Good afternoon, I'm Adelina Kolpakci and this is the Black Country Radio. On the national headlines, news sign welcoming visitors to Wolverhampton have costed £23,000 of taxpayers' money to install. The signs were installed in April with images of famous landmarks, adding in a bid to boost interest in the city. Cost was revealed through the Freedom of Information Act used by the Lib Dems, who have criticised the City Council, branding them as waste of money. Waiting times for cancer care, A&E and operations have worsened across the UK. The performances of hospitals in England, Wales and Northern Ireland misses all their three key targets over the past 12 months, while Scotland hitting its A&E target 3 times. Ministers have accepted that the NHS is struggling to keep up. Charges from using the Universal Credit Helpline have been scrapped. It comes after criticism from MPs and campaigners, as well as claims that people are facing destitution because of payments delays. Welfare Secretary David Gauck has said that helpline will be made free within the coming weeks. Stafford residents are demanding that return of 24-hour emergency department to the town's hospital. Last week, NHS bosses announced that there will be no consultants at the A&E department after 5 p.m. Cuts have already seen accident and emergency hours reduced to 8 a.m. to midnight, and under 16s with serious illnesses can no longer be treated at the West Road site. Earlier today, Lynn Butler spoke to local calling for an end to cut.
Some 2,500 people have now signed a petition demanding to know where cuts at the county hospital will end. And on the streets of Stafford today, locals told me a round-the-clock service was vital and that they believed the part-time A&E could be putting their lives at risk.
On Sunday evening, I had a turn with my eyes looking at you and my vision went to a side. I thought I was literally going to die. I thought I was having a heart attack. This was in bed at 3 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday morning. I couldn't go anywhere. I thought about phoning, but if I phoned, I thought it's not going to be any good because I have to go all the way to Stoke from Stafford. There's no accident and emergency. I've seen the queues myself. They're out in corridors for 2 or 3 or 4 hours on trolleys. People are having children on the way to Stoke. This is an appalling situation. This is the major city in Staffordshire.
I just don't know where it's going to end, and we need a hospital. We've always had a hospital, and I just don't know what's gone wrong. I just wish that they could be truthful and honest, open up our A&E 24/7, get doctors, reassure us that they're fully qualified and that you will be seen.
Dr John Oct, Medical Director with the University Hospitals North Midlands Trust, said last week that high standards of care would continue despite the consultancy cuts. Staffordshire Police have recorded a record 25% increase in hate over the past year. To the end of September, there were 1,624 hate crimes, compared with 1,301 in the previous year. The figures were released in a Home Office report yesterday and relate to offences motivated by prejudice based on a person's race or religion, sexual orientation, disability, gender or other characteristic. Transgender hate crimes in Staffordshire saw the biggest annual increase of 260%, with a rise from 10 to 36 reports. The inquest into the death of a Birmingham woman whose body has never been found is expected to conclude today. Lisa Bennett, 39, was last seen leaving a Selly Oak pharmacy on May the 9th, 2013. She was reported missing 2 weeks later by her sister, and police believe Miss Bennett met her death shortly after she disappeared. In February 2014, an unnamed man was arrested on suspicion of murdering Miss Bennett. He was questioned and later released on bail.
Now our reporter Robin will bring you the news on the pay and display in Wolverhampton.
Pay and display parking in Wolverhampton has been labelled a cash cow after it was revealed the council has raked in more than £6 million from machines since 2012. Councillor Thompson, the city's Conservative Party leader, said they are absolutely a cash cow and the council should be encouraging people to come into the city centre, not punishing them. The local authority runs 15 car parks in the city centre. The charge at the Civic Centre range from up to 2 hours for £3 and £12.50 for more than 6. I went out to see what people of Wolverhampton thought of the prices.
They should be a little bit lower.
No, I really think the car parks are super expensive. People are forced to go to Bilston just because the car parks are free and whatnot.
And it's not space to parking as well.
Yeah, they are quite expensive. If the cheapest place to park is the Molyneux, it's not great.
After a successful summer of raising awareness for the Birmingham Children's Hospital, the Big Sleuth had to say goodbye. But they left with a roaring room full of auctioneers and bidders as they raised money for the Children's Hospital. Buzz the Bear, sponsored by University of Birmingham, attracted the highest bid of selling for an impressive £9,000. Fans of the Big Sleuth also enjoyed appearance by special guests, including the Pinky Blinders cast and a special video message from pop rock star Bradley Simpson from the Vamps. The funds that have been raised will be going towards the Birmingham Children's Hospital charity, who fund life-changing initiatives to make a child's stay in hospital a little more bearable.
Has been almost 8,000 reports on street fly tipping. The city of Wolverhampton is not alone. It has now become a national problem, with 97 reports of fly tipping waste on public property. Since the new government, Wolverhampton Council has issued 9 fines, which has currently totalled up to a whopping £4,400. The new law enables Wolverhampton Council to issue fines on the spot, giving a penalty up to £400. Wolverhampton Council representative Adam Drew is here to tell us more.
It's bad for the environment for one, and it costs a lot of money, and it damages the wildlife. Chemicals that people drop and work for the council, you never know what you're going to get, so you've always got to be cautious.
And now our reporter Andrew will tell us the latest on sports and weather.
Team was selected through the Sport Development Group of Thomas Cook to come to play the Under-9s at the Sir Jack Hayward training ground. Walsall got their 4th consecutive draw in EFL League One last night after they drew 1-1 with the MK Dons at the Stadium MK. The Dons took the lead in the first half through Chuck Sinike, but then Tyler Roberts converted from the penalty spot to secure a point for the Saddlers, who now sit 16th with 16 points in the league. And now for the weather. It's currently 10 degrees Celsius with cloudy skies and outbreaks of rain expected. Temperatures this afternoon will rise to 11 degrees Celsius.
And now here's Charlotte with the showbiz.
And they're at it again. Love Island favourite Chris Hughes explosively hit back at model Katie Price in an expletive-filled rant on Twitter. The response comes after the Loose Women star allegedly shared screenshots of their flirty exchange with a daily newspaper. The tweet was, however, deleted. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have confirmed that their 3rd child is expected to be born next April. Kensington Palace released a statement declaring that they were delighted about the news. Singer Ed Sheeran took to Instagram to tell fans that he had been involved in a bicycle accident. He announced that he will have to cancel shows in Asia due to not being able to use his arms. It's only a matter of time before those big red chairs start turning again, and this year sees singer Ollie Murs filling the final seat. Sir Tom Jones, will.i.am and Jennifer Hudson have welcomed the former X Factor star and announced that filming for The Voice is now well underway. Great British Bake Off fans were left devastated as fan favourite Liam was eliminated in a shock quarter-final. The baker came last in the technical challenge and produced a wonky showstopper which swayed the judges' decision when choosing who to send home.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Adeline Kopakci and see you next week. Bye!